Everybody on the earth is worried about World War III. World War III began July 26, 2023, led off by our Messiah on this planet. He's walking around right now, and he's a man of power, and he's gaining so much power in this 3D. He's going to decolonize this earth. He's going to return all of the lands and all of our wealth back to us very shortly. And we're all going to be very happy because he's going to make us be happy. Abracadabra. Shalom, everyone. If you're new to my station, I am the Hebrew Widow, the Hebrew Rose of Jericho, coming at you with some judgment news. To my sisters, about bro stars out there of the STARSEED, United Allies and Friends, I send you infinite love and light, and I receive yours. Abracadabra. Okay, this war that I'm talking about is not the genocide that's happening in Gaza. That's part of it. Hashatan was attempting to steal our rulership with that war. He had planned on making what happened in Gaza his pebble in the pond effect. He wanted to steal our rulership and recolonize it with this evil virus, not to bow down to Adam. He wanted to spread throughout the planet with what he's doing over there in Gaza, going from territory to territory. Yeah, and recolonizing this earth. So Hashatan is in this war to recolonize. In July, on the 26th of July last year, 2023, the Most High put Niger, the coup d'etat in Niger, on center stage. Mother drew my attention to the coup d'etat in Niger and told me that what happened in Niger is going to be a pebble in a pond effect. Okay, so we have two world leaders. One working for Hashatan, and then we had the junta that had already carried out several coups d'etats, but the Most High put the one in Niger on center stage. Mother said that this is going to spread out throughout the earth. And since last year, what happened in Niger is growing. And the one in the starring role is who I believe to be our Messiah. I'm not going to mention his name in this video. I'll mention it in the next video. Okay. What they did in Niger is they took that wicked puppet, sort of like a Kamala Harris puppet. Not really the people of Niger, not really us, but somebody that kind of looked like us. Yeah, they removed that wicked puppet out of his power seat in Niger. They reclaimed the land. They reclaimed the wealth. They got rid of the colonizers. Yeah, their military. They got rid of all of the terrorists that was controlling the people. And they gave the land back to the people and the resources. And it's so much that happened since July 26th of last year. And so now the Most High is putting that man who I believe to be the Messiah, in a starring role. And he's being recognized by world powers. They are pledging their allegiance to him. They're supporting his effort in decolonization. Yeah, so that is the war. Hashatan wanted to take the world and recolonize it. And the Messiah is decolonizing this earth. And it's happening very rapidly. What he has done is the model. What happened in Niger and what happened in the Sahel with all of the coups d'etats, Niger is the model of decolonization and what it will look like. Because of its geographical location being the fist of the Archangel Uriel, because of the geographical location, the Most High put it on center stage as the model of decolonization and what it will look like. Okay, the process of decolonization, the end results of decolonization. It is the model. It is the pebble that hit the pond that's going to spread out through the entire earth and decolonize it from that wicked, evil virus. This has been such a magical assignment, the Most High and our Mother and the angels and the ascended masters working with all of us. Yeah, I'm an oracle and Mother speaks directly through me as I am doing these videos, giving me the understanding. And we found Zion, the courts of the Most High, with our Messiah megalith. The Most High God of Israel wanted the world to know what his son looks like. And he is black. He's black. Yeah, all in the book of Revelation is talking about the Antichrist. The Antichrist been here. Caesar Borgia, white Jesus. That's the fake counterfeit Christ. Is white Jesus. He's been here. Yes, and he has been used to rule over us too. He has been used. He was like a major part of this colonization. Yeah, he's been busted out too. This is what our Messiah looks like. And he's coming for war, and the war has already started. They talk about World War III, talking about them little Israelis over there, those synagogue of Satan, They're getting dropped like flies. People are trying to separate themselves from them. The Most High had them on center stage to show just how wicked and evil they were, and they couldn't possibly be his children at this point. If people still want to believe that those are the children of the Most High, the children of the book, well, then they just choose to be ignorant, and more than likely they are not going to pledge their allegiance to their Messiah, our Messiah. They're not going to pledge their allegiance to our Messiah. They're going to pledge their allegiance to white Jesus in that American flag. And as a matter of fact, those kind of people are not really welcomed in our kingdom. Period. If they don't pledge their allegiance to our black Messiah, they are going to be judged for being a disloyal, like all of the fallen ones that got cast out of the universe into this dimension to be isolated. We don't want them in our kingdom if they don't voluntarily and with a joyful heart pledge their allegiance to our Messiah, our big brother, the King and God of this earth. Period. But I tell you what's going to happen. Every knee is going to bow to him. And just because that knee is bowing don't mean you're going to be saved. What that means is the Most High God of Israel, the Creator, the Almighty One, is going to make you bow. That's what's going to happen. Period. Abracadabra. So yeah, our Messiah is on the planet and he's doing marvelous works. He is going to free us all. He's going to make us all happy. All of our lands are going to be returned to us. All of our wealth is going to be returned to us in this 3D before the end of time. And he's going to make us very happy. Period. He promised it. He's here and he's carrying it out. It already got started. So like I said, the pebble has hit the pond. Yeah, and it has already started. So let me tell y'all in Judgment News what I see happening. We talking about this warfare. So now I'm telling you our Messiah is coming for war. He's already got 3D allies. And he has the allies of everybody outside of this dimension in the universe. They all revere, respect, and honor our Messiah. They all pledge their allegiance to him outside of this dimension. So he has all of these allies. Not only that, but even in inner earth and the powerful things that I have found regarding the Most High, his son, the King and God of this earth, his military on this earth, I found hundreds of nuclear stations, all different kind of nuclear stations, plasma stations. I found the Atlanteans and their technology, different areas of technology. They've been very busy over there in Eden. And it was all cloaked over. It's cloaked over now, as a matter of fact. It's all cloaked over. It's only a certain amount of times that these places are uncovered. And I was just blessed to have, the availability of YouTube, to record and to show all of these powerful things regarding our kingdom. So the Atlantan Technology, these nuclear stations, angels, different species of angels. And we haven't even talked about the Archangel Uriel that takes up half the landmass of the whole planet. So our Messiah has so many allies that's working with him. And it's just now happening in this 3. Evidently, what's going to take place is that he is going to do what he did in Niger all over this planet. He's going to destroy colonization. That's his end game goal, just like at STARSEED United. We have the same common goal. So Hashatan has the Messiah coming at him, and he has the people of the planet with empathy that I told y'all. The Most High, when he woke up our DNA on August 21st, 2017 in the great solar eclipse, that the magic was so powerful until the whole world woke up. Everybody that had empathy within them, it woke up, and they woke up, and they started seeing the truth and determining the truth for themselves. They start resonating with some truths. People of all nations all woke up. Anybody that had empathy. Everybody but Serpent Seed, because they don't have any. Everybody woke up. So we have asked the Most High to bless the empathy of the planet, because that empathy in the protest, y'all. Now y'all see what I'm saying? Y'all see all of that energy? Let's talk about those little lynch mobs over there in the UK. That wasn't protests. Those were lynch mobs. Those were violent lynch mobs. Those were not protests. And it was not for anti-immigration. It was for people of color, period. Those lynch mobs was going against. And you see what happened? They went out there. They did all their little violent acts. And what happened? Everybody that had empathy within them showed up on the streets and showed their power and their empathy. And then we had some Muslim brothers, because they tried to put the label on it, like the boy that committed the heinous crimes, because of his mental illness, being in a low vibration. He was influenced just like those little white mass shooters were influenced when they got in a low vibration. And he did his deed. And all they need was an excuse. To spark off all of their anger and hatred and take their weak ass energy out to the street and start attacking people of color. the children of Adam. I'm talking about the children of Adam. I'm not talking about the Hebrew Israelites. I'm talking about the children of Adam, the seed of the woman. Serpent Seed got out on the streets and started attacking people of color. And the police, yeah, they made some arrests, but, they want to call it a protest when we know very well, before our very eyes, were lynch mobs all over the UK. Yeah, they want to continue the colonization and support it. If you look at all of these major protests that happened across the earth, even the protests, the pro-Palestinian protests, those were anti-colonization protests, because that was a great example of what happened over there in fake Israel. What's happening over there is a perfect example of what colonization looks like. Okay? Now, they have been doing the colonization for 75 years. Yeah, it was suppressed. The information, the news, the images, people talking about it was suppressed. They had started killing reporters before this Hollywood production happened on October 7th, 2023 was a Hollywood production. Okay, and they were already killing reporters, killing people, committing a genocide for decades. Their time had run out. The contract had expired, called the Balfour Declaration, and they wanted to recolonize that area and recolonize the whole earth. Starting there, that was going to be their pebble in the pond. Netanyahu was going to be Hashtan's pebble in the pond. They were going to go from territory to territory, doing exactly what they have been doing. Those settlers, just like the settlers over here in the United States, they call them settlers. Yeah. They were going to do the same thing that they're doing over there and go throughout all of the landmass of the planet and rule it with evil, wickedness, recolonize it with a much worse evil than even before. And that's why the Most High put them on center stage, to show just how wicked and evil they could be when they're colonizing. He showed us patterns of what they do. They have done the same thing. They come from somewhere else. They want it. They see it. They conquer it. They take it. I don't care how nice and empathetic the people are to them, welcoming them in from whatever trauma that they're trying to escape, like the Holocaust. They've played the same trick over and over and over again. Yeah. And the empathy of the planet went against them in all those protests. That's why I say that all of those protests, most of the protests that you see regarding the concerns of the earth, the real big ones, even George Floyd, even those protests and how they sparked all over the earth. That's actually where it actually began, where people's empathy went to the streets and started standing up against colonization. Yeah. And how the popo just terrorizes us in the colonies. Yeah. Just kill us with impunity. Walk away from it. Firemen leaving people in buildings because they're of color and not rescuing them. Not want to even see us step foot on the land. Don't even want to see our existence after they have stolen every damn thing from us. Locked us in the bottom of the pyramid economically and with power. They took everything. They used us up, even as slaves. Took all of our resources and our wealth. Took all of our land. And then after they finish with you, they don't want you to exist any longer when you're of no use to them. Keep you in prison just like in Gaza. That was an open air prison. Look at our state over here in the United States. In the prison industry. The prison system. Yeah. That was a perfect example of a colony that the Most High wanted us to see. So all of the protests that sparked off regarding that war was anti-colonialism. That's what the protests were about. That's what's going on in Nigeria now too. Because see, they're still colonized very heavily by France, by the United States, mostly the United States. That's where their connection is. And they have a wicked, evil puppet over there. And most of the colonies, like in Africa, they'll pick a melanated person to be their puppet because see, the sun will burn their asses over there. Just wait until our Messiah blow that final big blast. He already caused the earth to boil with his power. Just wait. They don't want to live over there. Like in the Sahel, they don't want to live over there. The sun will scorch them. You kidding me? They want to live in the nice, cool beachfront properties. That's where they want to live. That's why those same people over there in fake Israel, at first they were going to go to Uganda, but they couldn't take it. They didn't like it at all. They didn't like that climate. So they chose beachfront property. Yeah. And they named it Israel. The father of Zionism said we have to find this holy place. Yeah, so they just made one. And then they put a whole lot of hocus pocus in the scriptures describing these nations going against these nations in prophecy when all the time they call on the wars. So they can make a Hollywood production to make it seem like these prophecies are being fulfilled. They could pull that off if our Messiah wasn't here. Yeah. Scripts within a script, written out for Hollywood productions, just like they pop-up temple in the red heifers. The father of Zionists, who they said was an atheist, no, he was a big old believer. He believed in those prophecies. That's why he said that he had to find the holy place. Evidently, it was top secret and it's still top secret. I found the holiest place on this earth. So they just made one up, made up white Jesus, made people believe that the people of the book was white people. And the beat went on and on for 400 plus years. Yeah, Hollywood production. They're actors. That's why they're wearing the cloaking of our identity. Evidently, it was top secret because he said he had to find the holy place. And that's where he ended up, on that beachfront property. Yeah. And then he says, well, if we're in the place called Israel, the holiest sites on the earth, under what they call democracy. You know, we talked about word magic on the last video. And so they have people to believe that democracy is actually the people are in control of the government. The government is to serve the people. Yeah, and we found out that word that they use, that's the colonization word. That's what the true meaning of Western democracy is the true meaning of it. What I see it as is the continued system of colonization. That's what Western democracy is. Where the people are tricked into believing they have some kind of voting power. Yeah, when they don't. Yeah, it's all a big trick. And then they elect actually who it's like only certain choices, and all of them are servants of Satan. Okay, they're servants of Satan. The ones that get in these high places like president, vice president, in his cabinet. Well, he elects those, he chooses those. And then you got the Congress, the Senate, the governors, the mayors, and whoever in those high places that participate in colonization, they were handpicked. You just thought that you had, it was one man, one vote power. You don't have that. Democracy, look up the definition. It's a big old or there. You better look it up. Hashatan is so tricky with these words. And so democracy is nothing like you think that it is. Democracy is actually the government ruling over you. Not you being served by your government. And they have made all of us slaves with all of these damn taxes. They made us all slaves because they control the purse strings. You work hard for your money, don't you? You work hard to pay off your house. And then one day you pay it off and you retire and you can't even afford your property taxes and they can come and take your home from you. That's slavery. You never own anything. They can come and take everything that you got if they stick to the IRS after you or arrest you because you're a threat. You know what I mean? You had no power going to the voting polls. Are you kidding me? Somebody brought it out. I can't remember who it was. They said, why do you think they call it a voting poll? It's just to see how people feel about certain people. It is a poll. It is like a thermometer. Like, okay, if we put this person in because people feel better about this person, you know, we can kind of keep them from really waking up to see what we're doing. Yeah, we'll give them two choices. We'll put them on center stage for them to choose from. Like Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. Both of them are servants of Satan. They are in the pockets of the synagogue of Satan and are honorary members. And right now, they're getting on the airwaves, you know, playing the dozens on each other. Basically, and Kamala trying to be big and bad with her little weak-ass word magic. She is the weakest word magician on the planet right now. And Donald Trump is the epitome of a shyster. And they're getting up within their debates and everything. They're not talking about what they're going to do to change things in this colonized country. They're just making mockery of the public, basically, because they're cursed getting on them damn airwaves. They are cursed. You follow either one of them and tie yourself to this matrix. If there is an election, you're tying yourself to this matrix, and that's where you will be when our Messiah comes storming these shores, because it's going to happen. He's going to go from continent to continent, from country to country, from border to border, and he's going to destroy all of the colonization over this earth. Abracadabra. And if you tie yourself to these devils, knowing who they are, and you vote for them, you approve of them, you're going to be tied up with them. And I already gave the warning. You better pledge your allegiance to our Messiah, the King and God of this earth, because ultimately he is going to reclaim even this little small dimension, this matrix that we're in. Mother said that from the beginning. That's what we're here to do, is to help reclaim this part of the universe, this little matrix, for the glory and the honor of our big brother, the Messiah. He's going to do it. It's no preparing for it. You can have all of the food in your basement that you want to, all of the water storage and water purification systems and pea shooters and all these electronics. You can have prepared for a whole decade. Yeah, and he'll send Pegasus over there, which is, he's real. I got evidence of what I'm talking about. And I don't care if you believe me or not. I know who Pegasus is. He is the God over the storm. For people who have hurricanes coming your way, and tornadoes and all kind of weather events, that is the God Pegasus. And he rides. He's a rider with our Messiah in the heavenly host. He'll send Pegasus your way. And I have seen it where Pegasus hits an area, like one of them little sundown towns, where where they don't even have us listed. This particular one that I'm talking about was 100% white, with all their little boats in their little man-made lake. Probably with one of our established communities that they just flooded so that their children can ride their sports craft over. They wouldn't even allow a black nanny in that town, and Pegasus came through and swept their whole community away. He didn't even leave any debris. There was no boats in the water. The houses were off of their foundation. And then they say just a couple people died. Yeah, no, that was a judgment. That was a judgment. They won't tell the truth about it because they don't want people to know that it's Judgment Day. And we have forces coming against our enemies that have abused us, misused us, stole everything, and they're being judged. That's why they hide the numbers and they put our faces on the newscast to tell the story. Yeah, these people are being judged. Our Messiah, his host, is so powerful until it is unstoppable. There's no preparing for it. None. You cannot prepare for what's coming for you if you are an enemy of our kingdom. Period. They flooded us out. 100 communities plus established communities. They just flooded out, and now they're being swept off the land. Our Messiah is indeed leading off in the heavenly host. Yes, and he's also here. He's already started the decolonization process. We just haven't recognized him yet. But like I said, these federal agencies know all about him. They've made many assassination attempts on his life, but he is untouchable, you fools. He's untouchable. Like I said, I showed some of his military out of this world assets that he could have used a long time ago. He could have reset this whole matrix with the power that he has from the 5D dimension underneath our feet. He has all of the military assets that he needed in order to just make it happen. Boom! But the Most High has it all designed. This is all a programmed experiment. In the time of the Great Reset, where this colonization, this virus of democracy, is going to once and for all be destroyed and dissolved, and all participants will be judged. And everyone that refuses to bow down to our Black Messiah, the one that's walking on this planet, yeah, you will be judged, like I said, as a disloyal. He's the king and the God of this earth. And no, he's not just stuck in his human form either. He comes in many different ways. He's riding with the host of the Most High. He showed up in the clouds of China. Him and the bride showed up in the clouds of China just as clear as day. He can come in the clouds just like Pegasus came in the clouds in front of my house. They can come in many, many forms. They're not stuck like we are to this magical thing called time. No, they're eternal beings. He's walking on this planet. You will be required, in order to join into his kingdom, you will have to be loyal to him. You will have to pledge your allegiance to him. You will have to break all alliances and allegiance in this 3D matrix in colonialism. And that's why if you vote, you're tying yourself to it. Yeah, and you're going to have to learn your lesson before the end of time. You're going to have to learn it. And as many of our people that, you're just going to be last in line. You might not resonate with me right now. Well, on my next video, when I say who he is, you may not resonate with it. You might think it's a whole bunch of hocus pocus that I'm showing you when I show you the magic of his kingdom and the power of his kingdom. And you might still reject him. You're going to be last in line, y'all, to receive your blessings, because at the end of all things, he is going to decolonize this earth. It's all closing in on Hashatan and his kingdom, and it's happening very rapidly. And so much your pledge of allegiance before it's, too late. And the Most High God of Israel make you bow down to his son anyway. Yeah, and this is not just our nation, but we have friends and allies. We always did, and they too will have to pledge their allegiance to our Black Messiah. And anybody under the cloaking of our identity is considered and will be judged as the synagogue of Satan. Yes. So if you're out there and you are wearing the fake identity of our nation, calling yourself by those nicknames, Jewish, Zionist, Israeli, by whatever name that you chose under the cloaking of our identity, if you do not denounce that identity, you Ashkenazis, you will be judged as being an honorary member of the synagogue of Satan that has colonized this earth. Period. I don't care how much you go out in the streets and protest. Yeah, you better denounce that, all of that, and all you white Jesus worshipers, you better denounce that and pledge your allegiance to our Black Messiah. All right, hey, don't do it, because if you don't, we don't want you here. If you don't pledge your allegiance, world leaders know to pledge their allegiance, but everybody has a free will, and people who don't, they just won't be a part of our holy kingdom. Some people will be latecomers because this is like shocking. This is like going real deep into the rabbit hole, just like all of these worlds that I showed you. All his military assets. He has had the capability to do a reset without any of this going on. But the Most High factored in humanity as part of this great reset. Yeah. And STARSEED United, all of the STARSEED, the 144,000. We are going to be active in this great reset just like we are right now. All praises to the Most High. Yes, that is the download that I have for you today. If you resonate with this message, I know it's quite strange. We go deep into the rabbit hole. The Most High showed us a lot of magical things. And what I showed you today was his military assets, showing that he had the capability of, he could do it however he wanted to do it, but he chose to follow the directions of the Father, which had this whole foolproof, fail-proof experiment that included humanity in this great reset at the end of days. Yeah, and that's where we are. And our Messiah, he's going to free us all. We're going to, all of our wealth and our lands are going to be returned back to us. And he's going to make us very happy. That was what was promised to us. Yes, all praises to the Most High. If you resonate with this message, feel free to subscribe. Yeah, if you're not quite sure, just keep on listening if that's what you wish to do. It's my job to send these messages out into the ethers and talk to our Father about what's going on in this earth. Somebody in the 3D dimension, which happens to be myself, was chosen to go to the courts of the Most High, to lead off a group of people, to go into the courts of the Most High, because the Father, he knows all things, but he wants us to know, and for us to talk about it to him, for us to ask for judgment and justice, and he's bringing it on. All praises to the Most High. Here at Judgment News with the Hebrew Rose of Jericho, we don't just talk about what they're doing. We have a remedy. And that's going into Zion, to the holy courts of the Most High God of Israel. All praises to the Most High. Yes, and I thank you all, STARSEED United. You resonated with this message. You joined me in the fight. Yes, and I'm asking you also, just wait until I bring all the facts before you make a a decision. You know, some of you will resonate with who the Messiah is, and some of you will eventually resonate with who he really is. Yeah, so we can cheer him on, and we can give him our allegiance on this earth as well. And take our energy and focus it in and bless the Messiah and all of those that's riding with him, bringing on this great reset. Yes. Thank you so much for your support of this station and your gifts of love. A special shout out to CG. Yes, thank you, brother, again. You're always mindful of me, and I really appreciate everything that you do for me. And may the Most High bless you 100-fold for whatever your heart's desire times 2. Abracadabra. Yes, all praises to the Most High for you. Yes, you guys' energy just really, really is like vitamins to me. Just keeps me going. And I want to thank you. And I could say this beyond a shadow of a doubt. Goodness and mercy shall follow us all of the days of our lives, and we shall once again dwell in that holy palace with our Father, the creator of all things, our mother Marihala, also known as the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit, and our big brother Messiah, the King and the God of this earth. Abracadabra. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share all of this good news. Doesn't it feel good to fight back? Starseed united forever. Starseed for life. Yes. Hallelujah. Thank you so much for your kind support of this station. Yes, all your gifts of love. May the Most High bless you 100-fold for whatever your heart's desire. Abracadabra. Okay, until the next judgment news, your big sister, the Hebrew widow, the Hebrew rose, Jericho out. Shalom.